Hello, SAC fans, and welcome to this Monday edition of the SAC Daily Dose. I'm Christian Stryker, and here's your Daily Dose for Monday, October 7th, 2019. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and we have just a few things to cover today as we get ready for a fantastic week in South Atlantic Conference. First of all, Anderson University has announced the addition of football. That's right, the Anderson Trojans are going to begin competing in football in 2024. The university announced on Friday. According to Dr. Evans Whitaker, the president of Anderson University, quote, "After years of discussion, careful consideration, and operating from a position of academic and financial strength, Anderson University's Board of Trust is adding a Trojan football program as its next successful athletic team," end quote. The university received a $3 million gift from upstate philanthropist and friend of Anderson University, Dr. Melvin Younts, as a challenge gift to support the initiative. The university will then have to raise an additional $3 million for a total of $6 million to launch the program. The goal is to field a team by 2024. As I said, will play Division II, and of course, they'll be a member of the South Atlantic Conference. For more information, check out the story below. Lots of exciting stuff happening at Anderson with the addition of football. Moving over to Players of the Week, we did have our Players of the Week start off earlier today as our volleyball and football AstroTurf Players of the Week were announced. For volleyball, Queens' Logan Witt was the Player of the Week, while Wingate's Rachel Aylis was the Specialist of the Week. Witt is a middle hitter. She led the Royals to a 2-0 road record in conference play last week, as she had 35 total kills with a .485 hitting percentage. She averaged 3.89 kills per set and had 10 blocks in matches against Carson Newman and Lincoln Memorial. As for Rachel Aylis from Wingate, she helped the Bulldogs extend their winning streak to 16 matches. They're 16-0 now, and she had a very rare three-set triple-double in their match against Mars Hill. She had 10 kills, 21 assists, 18 digs, and 2 blocks in that match. For the week, she averaged 2.3 kills per set, 6.5 assists, and 5 digs per set. It's her second Specialist of the Week honor this season, so congratulations to both Logan and Rachel. And finally, over on the football Players of the Week and our AstroTurf football Players of the Week, Carson Newman running back Troy Dendy was the Offensive Player of the Week. Limestone defensive back Manny Ogletree was named Defensive Player of the Week, and Lenore Ryan return man Kyle Duggar was Specialist Teams Player of the Week. Dendy averaged 21.3 yards per carry while scoring 2 touchdowns in the Eagles' 69-18 win over UNC Pembroke. He had 149 yards rushing in the game, which is the most rushing yards by a Carson Newman player against UNC Pembroke in program history. Ogletree led the Saints to a 52-24 sack win over Catawba last week. He had 2 interceptions, both in the fourth quarter, to secure the victory, including a 41-yard return that set up a Saints touchdown. In addition to his 2 interceptions, he also had a tackle. And finally, Duggar helped the number 8 Bears to a 63-6 win over UVA Wise. He returned 2 punts, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. In his first return, he went 68 yards, broke 5 tackles along the way on his way to the end zone, and then his second punt he returned for 67 yards for a touchdown. He now holds the record for most punt return yards in a career, as well as being the only player in program history to have 2 punt returns, 4 touchdowns in a game twice. He also did it last year. So congratulations to all 3 of those young men. One last thing to talk about. Yesterday, the South Atlantic Conference Student-Athlete Advisory Committees from all the 12 institutions came together at Queen's University of Charlotte for our annual SAC meeting. We had over 50 student-athletes and advisors in attendance. Their big thing they got to experience and talk about yesterday was we had a panel of 7 officials, some of the top officials in the country, come in and speak to all of our student-athletes about being an official, how they got there, and just overall talking about the officiating across the nation. As some of you probably are aware, there is a a bit of an officiating crisis as officials are starting to we're not having as many officials as we used to, and we're trying to encourage more people to go that way. The officials panel consisted of Roger Morton, who's the SAC assigner for soccer officials, Shelly Mangrum, who is the SAC softball assigner, Lindy Hall is a baseball and basketball official for us here in the SAC, Dee Cantner, who is the first woman to officiate in the NBA. She spent 5 years in the NBA, has been a Division I women's basketball official for a number of years, doing 25, I think it was, NCAA Final Fours in women's basketball, and also spent several years as the WNBA official supervisor. We had Fish Gupton, who's a volleyball official for us here in the SAC. Sonny Ziegler is a SAC men's lacrosse official, and Ben Wooten, who is a soccer official as well. So great panel, a lot of fun having those folks join us yesterday. We also awarded Tusculum with our annual Make-A-Wish Award, as they were the school who raised the most money for Make-A-Wish last year. As you all know, the Make-A-Wish Foundation is Division II's national kind of philanthropy, and over the last 8 years that has been a part of Division II, the SAC itself has raised over $210,000 for that worthy cause. And that's going to do it for us today as far as the news goes. That's going to bring us to everybody's favorite, the famous sports quote. And in honor of our officials panel yesterday, I chose one that had to do with referees. This one coming from Lionel Messi. I just get on with my game and I let the referees do their job. That's going to do it for us. Hope you enjoyed watching our show. Don't forget to like us on social media. Check us out on IGTV as well as YouTube, and share this video with your friends and family. We'll come back your way on Wednesday for the next episode of the Daily Dose. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.